I got 6 hours of record time, so we should be able to get this within 6 hours.
I would hope so.
I don't know how to start this video. I haven't filmed a video in like 4 years. I always start a video when I haven't filmed a video in 4 years.
Here we have
Hello,
cheese
I'm
making
back. So I'm here with my sister today.
Hello.
And we're going to be making some mozzarella, and then we're going to be making some burrata with the mozzarella if we can.
Can I ask questions during this?
Yeah.
What's the difference between burrata and mozzarella?
Great question, Michelle.
I mean, I've eaten both, but technically, what is the difference?
Burrata is basically mozzarella encased with creamy mozzarella.
Okay.
So the inside of burrata is essentially the mozzarella curd mixed with a little bit of cream. I basically just chop up mozzarella, mix it with some cream, and then it's folded inside of mozzarella, and that's what makes the creamy filling for burrata. So that's how we're gonna make it today.
Stuffed mozzarella with mozzarella. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Who wouldn't like that?
I have some cream that I'm gonna be using to make the burrata later. And I have not made mozzarella since culinary school, which was quite a long time ago. So this is gonna be my first time using this kit. And have you ever made mozzarella before?
Eaten a lot of it.
All right, so I'm just gonna follow the instructions.
Get to watch her read.
Are your utensils clean?
Enough.
Mozzarella takes just 30 minutes to make according to these instructions. So we're gonna need a teaspoon of our cheese salt,
Okay.
which they say is optional, but I don't feel like that's optional.
No, I think that's probably mandatory.
A gallon of cow's milk. You could use goat's milk too if you're feeling fancy. Then we need a cup of cool chlorine-free water. Good thing we have this Berkey right here.
I don't know where my cup is.
And then
These are
Then we have 1.5 teaspoons of citric acid that I'll be using. We only actually need 1/4 of one of these tablets today, so you can see this lasts for quite a while. Let's continue reading the instructions. We also need a big pot. We've got the thermometer, we need a slotted spoon, a knife, a microwave bowl. Okay, so this is a bowl to stretch the curd, and then we need a large bowl of water.
Okay, will this work? I don't have a slotted spoon.
Here, let's use this. We're gonna use this instead of a slotted spoon. I'm gonna dissolve 1/4 of the rennet tablet in 1/4 cup of water.
Oh, I might have one.
And
in the
then
dishwasher.
mix citric acid into a cup of water.
Yeah, will this work?
Add that to a pot, and then add the milk to the pot and heat the milk. So that's what we're gonna do. Slotted spoon.
Okay.
So we don't need the fish spatula.
Well, Spencer
Slotted spoon. Oh, I just touched it, so now you have to wash it again.
I know my role.
My hands are clean. I have washed my hands. So
Wait, if your hands are clean, then how is this dirty? I want to ask any more questions. Let me touch the rennet, but the slotted spoon. Okay, a quarter.
a perfectly measured 1/4 of the tablet here. So let's use the bigger one. Why not? I'm going to dissolve 1/4 of the tablet in 1/4 cup of water. It doesn't say that the water needs to be cold or hot, so I'm just gonna assume,
Room temperature.
yeah, so I'm gonna put my tablet.
Does it just dissolve on its own?
It's about 1/4 of a cup. Didn't say that it needed to be hot.
It's like watching paint dry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of smush it a little.
Speed this up a little.
It is taking a minute. So, okay. And then we're gonna take 1.5 teaspoons of the citric acid, 1.5 teaspoons into 1 cup of water.
Oh, here, I have
Oh, that was the 3rd cup that I used before.
Yeah. That's what you need here.
Then we're gonna take 1.5 teaspoons of citric acid from the kit.
Okay, well that's not clean. The entire day washing things. This is good for a while too. It doesn't expire till February of 2026.
I know. You can make so much cheese with it.
Do you have to store this in like a cool, dry place?
If you're gonna keep it for a long time, then I would recommend keeping it in a cooler place, but you don't have to.
And then if it's open, which this will be, do you have to put it in the fridge?
You're asking me a lot of questions that I
I
haven't
mean,
researched
citric
the
acid's
information
fine.
for. They should all be shelf stable. I mean, the citric acid, the salt. The only thing that I would say might not be are the tablets. But it's probably a good idea to keep everything together just so it doesn't get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say everything should be pretty shelf stable. All right, so I'm gonna fill this with a cup of water to go with my 1.5 teaspoons of the citric acid.
Okay, we're about halfway dissolved with that tap.
I know, man. This thing has taken so long. So start this process before. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that over here. Pour the mixture into a large pot. We are going to add an entire gallon of milk. An entire gallon of milk. I don't know how much mozzarella we're actually making.
Does it have to be whole milk?
I'm using whole milk. Why would you want to use whole milk?
Low-fat mozzarella.
I mean, I guess if you want to use low-fat, but I'm not sure why you would do that.
Sorry for those who eat low-fat mozzarella. That's not
No
this
hate or
family.
shame. If you're going to make homemade
The
mozzarella,
Italians do it that way. And
why
they
would you
kinda
make
know
it
what's
low-fat?
up.
No hate though. If you want to make it low-fat, do you. Whatever you want to do. Stir vigorously while heating the milk to 90 degrees. So we're going to need our thermometer. You know what, Michelle? You need an apron.
You have a maternity one?
Good thing this fits all sizes.
Ah, look at that. See, it does.
I made them to fit lots of
Oh,
different
here's
people.
the rest of your tablets.
Oh, did I drop it? That's probably not clean anymore. Okay. Oh, and these are our Chef Kits aprons. You can get these on Chef Kits Market. They are a really nice, heavy, sage-colored cotton, and they are made in a solar-powered USA factory that pays fair wages. Very proud to have made these aprons, and you can get them on chefkitsmarket.com. I already said that, but I'm going to say it again.
These are cute.
Thank you. It's starting to curdle. You want to stir and hold that. Stir vigorously until the milk is 90 degrees. Take the pot off the burner and then stir in the rennet with an up and down motion with a slotted spoon for 30 seconds. And we're going to cover the pot and leave it for 5 minutes. We'll check the curd after that. There should be some separation. We're going to put the pot back on the stove and then slowly stir the curd and heat it. We're going to heat it back up to 110 degrees. I almost just like panicked because I thought this said stir for 2 to 5 hours. It's like, I don't have that much time. It said 30 minutes.
Does anyone have that much time to sit here and stir? That's a full-time job.
Sure, for 5 hours. Brings the family together and then everyone leaves because they're bored.
Everyone's dominant arm is very strong.
And
Okay,
then
we're
eat.
like almost to 90.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quick. Okay, so the more you stir after this second process, the firmer the cheese is. At 90 degrees. So
Take it off the heat.
take it off. Something hot. So then we're gonna add this with an up and down motion with a slotted spoon. So then I'm gonna stir this for approximately 30 seconds. So we're just making sure that the rennet is fully incorporated with this mixture so that it's gonna curdle everything in here. Forming our mozzarella curd, hopefully. Okay, check the curd at this point. It should look like a custard with a clear separation between the curd and the whey. So here.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
So we definitely have some curd
Wow.
here, I would say.
Holy
that is
crap.
major curd. Major curd going
Very
on over
curdy.
here. Very curdy. We are going to cut the curd with a knife. I don't feel like I really need to cut this with a knife. I think I can just
No, I don't think a knife is necessary.
do that. So I'm just gonna cut up the curd at the bottom with the spoon, because that's fine.
There.
Just the curd separated how I have done it. All right, so we're gonna go kind of, yeah, folding the cheese over onto itself. So it's sort of like melting the curd and becoming stretchy as I'm dipping it in the water. So this is making the mozzarella. So at this point, you could take, or well, let's do this. If you want to grab a bowl,
Okay.
I'm gonna take some of this creamy curd. Oh my god. So, I'm gonna take some of that, and we will use that to make our burrata. And then I'm gonna keep working this a little bit. So the hot water kind of like melts it down so that you can
It's like pliable.
stretch it, yeah, make it pliable. And then when you pull it out of the water, you kind of start working it together in like a nice, pretty ball, and that's what starts to smooth it out. And you can see how it gets, as I stretch it, it's getting smooth. So that's what you want to do, is kind of stretch and pull the mozzarella together to make it nice and stretchy and melty and creamy. Got a nice ball of cheese here. Yeah, so the mozzarella, so I'm just gonna take. So to make my burrata filling, I'm just gonna take some of the fresh mozzarella and chop it up into teeny tiny little pieces. I like to go really small pieces, and then I'm just gonna fold in some cream, and that's pretty much it. You can make it runny or thick, however you like it. And then you're gonna wrap it like a nice little ball. Much nicer than I'm doing right now because mine kind of fell apart. And then fold it over, and then you can let that set up. So let's try that again, because that one kind of fell apart. Kind of is like pizza dough. I keep getting holes in mine, and I think that's okay. I mean, for the first time making burrata, when I haven't made mozzarella in like 15 years, you know, I think we're doing okay. So then I'm just kind of folding this all together.
Mine's lumpy.
I know, mine's already set up.
I wonder, I'm gonna stick it.
Oh yeah, that works better. So that kind of seals the bottom a little bit. So then you have a nice lumpy burrata ball.
Do the last one.
I
mean, I like burrata, but.
Oh, you want me to do burrata?
No, I'm fine. Like either, it's gonna be.
Well,
good
you
either
could
way.
do this, and you could make the little like mozzarella balls. You could braid this and marinate it. You could wrap it with prosciutto.
Eat it warm.
You could just eat it.
All of the above.
Okay.
No wrong answers.
No. So here we have our little burrata balls. They're not perfect, but they're our first time, so I feel like
It's not supposed to
we did a pretty good job. So I think dipping it back in the hot water is a good way to seal the edge. Let's cut this one open because this one is... All right, here's the inside. So we've got some nice burrata. Pretty happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I feel like with a few more tries, we could get this pretty good.
I mean, if you like 3 really big pieces of burrata, or 4 to 5, like medium to small.
That's fine. That's a good amount. It's not plenty of cheese for 4 people.
I mean, it's definitely enough for like 2 pizzas.
Yeah, and you actually want to keep the whey that you use to cook the cheese, because that's what you want to keep this in, because it will
store it in
preserve it
that.
for longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and obviously let it cool down a little bit. It's ready to eat right now. You can...
A really hard piece of bread. Nope, that's just a big crouton. We won't do that.
It's salty. I like that because I put salt in it.
No, it's still warm. That's good. Yeah, that's really good.
But the nice thing is that the gallon of milk was $4.99, so I made all of this cheese for $4.99. Whereas like in the store, each one of these would be like $6. There you go. Successful cheese making day.
There's some leeway with the directions, because we definitely didn't follow them word for word.
And inside is everything that you need to make cheese. It comes with this handy little booklet that has easy instructions. You just need a gallon of milk, which I went and purchased before this video. Then it comes with cheese salt, some citric acid, a bunch of rennet tablets, some muslin that you will need to strain your milk, and then a thermometer that you will obviously need for cooking the milk. And you can get this cheese making kit on chefkitsmarket.com along with our aprons and lots of other cooking and baking and fun kitchen gift sets. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. I may be able to answer them. So thank you guys so much for joining us today with our cheese making, and see you guys in the next video.
Bye!